The star of She-Hulk, Tatiana Maslany, was recently interviewed and asked about the toxicity and the insane amount of negativity and hatred that she, along with the people that made the show, got. And she says she expected it, because Marvel Studios told her it's gonna happen. And how we're gonna counter it? By anticipating it and writing their toxicity into the show. In a recent interview with Collider, She-Hulk herself, Tatiana Maslany, was talking about the whole idea of She-Hulk, and of course, what happened when the series dropped, with the toxicity hitting an all-time high, according to fans. Now, fans is in quotation marks because there's two sides of this. People who never liked She-Hulk, never read the comics, don't like the character, who were going to hate the character anyway. And people like me who have been reading the character for the better part of like 25, 26 plus years, who like the character because she's completely different in the comics. And the show got many of those elements right. But again, people were going to hate it for various reasons. We just know this, it's been covered and all that. So Tatiana was asked about the backlash that the series got. And she says that she knew it was going to happen. She just knew. And she says, to this day, she looks at her personal Instagram and she will get notifications from 40, 50 weeks back. And people are still calling for her death, for her to never work again, stating awful things, derogatory things about her. And then they'll show up in more modern comments and then still do the same thing. And she says that she was told by Disney and the showrunner that this was going to happen. And that then, during the writing process, Marvel Studios and them decided to incorporate this into the show because they said, when you say this in the show or when this happens, this is how the toxic fan base is going to respond. So let's directly respond to them and that toxicity in the actual show. And she says that it was interesting to see it unfold in real time because they predicted it. And yeah, they did, you know, like they make fun of the people that are on the internet 24/7, objectifying women, and everybody has to look this way and that way, and women can't do this, women can't do that. And they specifically and strategically wrote that into the show. And in real time, you could see that online. And again, as somebody who's read Hulk and She-Hulk for the better part of 30 years now almost, these characters, they are what they are. She-Hulk is what she is, and that's her comic counterpart in live action. But it was always going to get a negative reaction, and it's fascinating that they all knew that. So, it is what it is. She doesn't take it to heart, which is great. You know, she's realized that it was going to happen, and what can she do to change toxic people's minds? Nothing. So don't even bother with it, which, honestly, yeah, that's a great approach by her. She could have done what some of the other celebrities do, which is go after them, and then that would just cause more crying Hulk thumbnails or She-Hulk thumbnails, and people using AI to make her look fat or old, which they constantly do in thumbnails with Kathleen Kennedy and whatever. She knew what's going to happen if she responded, so she didn't. Smart call on her part. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will, and if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.